Jūjika no Rokunin, Chapter 5. The next day felt ordinary. Students talked, laughed, and moved on as if nothing had happened. No one noticed what was missing. One of them did not come to school. Rumors started quietly. Excuses followed. Illness, family issues, transfer. No one questioned it deeply. Shun listened without reacting. He sat in his seat, calm and unreadable. Inside, nothing moved. The remaining 4 noticed something else. A feeling they could not explain. A subtle shift in the air. One of them joked about it. Another brushed it off. They convinced themselves nothing was wrong. But fear had already begun its work. Shun watched them closely. Their confidence cracked in small ways. Eyes that lingered longer. Voices that dropped slightly. They sensed it, even if they did not understand it yet. That evening, Shun returned home. His grandfather said nothing. He did not need to. The first step had already proven something important. Revenge did not break Shun. It clarified him. There was no guilt, no hesitation, only direction. Shun prepared for what came next, not with anger, not with excitement, but with patience. 4 remained, and they would not disappear quietly. Chapter 6 Fear finally took shape. The second target noticed it first. Small things felt wrong. Footsteps sounded closer than they should. Silence felt heavier. He started avoiding empty places. He stayed near people. He laughed louder to hide his unease. It did not help. Shun observed from a distance. He learned his routines, the shortcuts he trusted. The places he believed were safe. Safety was an illusion. One evening, the boy took a familiar path home. Streetlights flickered. The road was quiet. Shun stepped out of the shadows. The reaction was immediate. Shock, recognition, pure terror. The boy tried to run. He failed. Pinned down, his confidence shattered completely. He shouted. He begged. He blamed the others. Shun listened in silence. Every excuse sounded the same. Every apology came too late. Shun reminded him of the past, not with emotion, not with anger, only facts. When it was over, Shun walked away without looking back. Another absence would be explained away tomorrow. That night, Shun felt something change again. The fear was no longer his. It belonged to them now. 3 remained. Chapter 7. The balance shifted. 2 were gone, and the silence they left behind was impossible to ignore. Whispers spread faster now. Rumors grew darker. The remaining 3 felt it clearly. This was no coincidence. They began staying together, moving in groups, watching their surroundings with restless eyes. Fear connected them more tightly than friendship ever did. Shun noticed the change. Their smiles were forced, their jokes short-lived. They were no longer predators. They were prey. One of them broke first. Paranoia took control. He accused the others, blamed them for the past, for pushing things too far. The cracks widened. Shun waited. Fear always made people careless, and desperation made them stupid. Late one night, the weakest of the 3 separated from the group. Just for a moment, just long enough, Shun followed. The boy sensed something behind him. He turned. Too late. Panic replaced thought. Words spilled out without control. Confessions, regret, promises. Shun heard everything. He did not interrupt. He did not argue. When the boy finally understood the situation, his voice failed him. He realized this was not about forgiveness. This was about payment. When Shun left, the night was silent again. The pattern was clear now. 2 remained, and they knew it. Chapter 8 Panic set in completely. With 3 gone, denial was no longer possible. The remaining 2 stopped pretending. They knew someone was coming for them. They skipped school. They locked doors. They stayed inside, glued to their phones. Every sound felt threatening. Every shadow felt alive. They talked constantly, trying to convince each other they were safe, that nothing could happen if they stayed together, that the past was over, but the past does not disappear. Shun watched patiently. Fear had already weakened them more than force ever could. They were exhausted, sleepless, unstable. One of them suggested going to the police. The other refused. Too many secrets, too much guilt. Their trust began to rot. That night, an argument exploded between them. Voices raised, accusations thrown, old memories dragged back to the surface. They blamed each other for everything, for the bullying, for what followed, for who they had become. Shun listened from a distance. This was the result of fear without unity. They were destroying themselves. Soon they would be alone. And alone was where Shun waited.